Ciao, everybody. Hello. I just wanted to provide an update on the midfield transfer sagas, where Paul Pogba is going, where Milinkovic-Savic is going, and we have an update. Paul Pogba wants to head back home to PSG. It looks like Paul Pogba is going to win the Champions League for PSG next year. He was born in the year of PSG's last Champions League title, so 1993. Paul Pogba to head back home to PSG. I'd love to see Paul Pogba back, but we are planning for better things at Juventus. Amazing future chemistry for our team, for our superstars. No better way to link up with a midfielder from your own country. Compatriot Sergej Milinkovic-Savic teaming up with his fellow Serbian Vlahovic. This all has bells. A former Fiorentina duo, Federico Chiesa, recruiting his former teammate Dusan Vlahovic to Juventus. The chemistry is going to be right on fire. It's going to be on fire, folks. These countrymen communicate in their own language. They're familiar with their culture. Milinkovic-Savic and Dusan Vlahovic are going to have amazing chemistry setting up the goals for Vlahovic. We need Serbians to win the Champions League someday in the mid to late 2020s because when Juventus won the European Cup in 1996, the winning penalty was scored no other than a Serbian, Vladimir Jugovic. So it's only natural that it will be Serbian footballers who are going to help Juventus win the Champions League someday. I'm going to say 2026. When Juventus buy Donnarumma eventually, once he's off from PSG, Paul Pogba is definitely a PSG player to help Messi win the Champions League next year. Messi will go forward. He will not be as back as he is with Pochettino this year. When you see the combination of Vlahovic reuniting with Chiesa, they played with each other at Fiorentina. They understand each other. We have not seen what Juventus can do with Chiesa together with his former teammate. Juventus are just genius right now. Vlahovic was totally worth it. They sat here and said, hey, 21 million for Cristiano Ronaldo. And they get a striker who's 21 years of age who can be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. And Paul Pogba is just ready to be he's ready to return to his World Cup form. He's ready to return to his World Cup form with France in his home country, playing for the biggest club in PSG. Paul Pogba would be a French legend, winning a World Cup and winning the Champions League for the first time in 30 years when he wins the Champions League with PSG next year. And then Juventus have their own legacy. They win the European Cup when they buy a great Serbian midfielder who plays for the Rome-based Lazio. Their last European Cup was at Rome. All three of these guys on the pitch is going to be bomb. It's going to be fire. Savic and Vlahovic knowing Chiesa from his days at Fiorentina, I'm excited. All the haters say, oh, Robertos. Do they really need refs to win when they came back from Calciopoli and won 9 straight Scudetti? These teams are sorry bunch. Every single one of them. They're absolute crap in Europe, I guarantee you. Juventus are the lifeline of Italia in Europe. You need to be represent your country well in Europe, it's going to be Juventus. You need Juventus to win the next Italian Cup. It sure as hell is not going to come from Milan and Inter as long as they don't have a stadium. Juventus got the stadium. They got to control their own revenues. Juventus are light years ahead of all of the other fossils out there who have not had their own stadium yet because it's owned by the cities, the towns, the provinces. So they don't get to keep the revenue from that. Juventus want to win. They will win. Winning is above all. Inter will be damned to hell forever. Inter ruined Calcio with Calciopoli. They got together. Everybody was paying for refs. Everybody. Fiorentina was, Inter was, Milan was, Lazio was, Juventus was. Virtually all of the top clubs were buying refs. But it's all Juventus. It's all Juventus. Inter could never beat Juventus on the pitch. Why is it that the owners of the telecom companies was no other than the president of Inter Milan? His vice president was part of the telecom companies, was the vice president of their telecom company. They illegally recorded their rivals. They tried to have the magistrates investigate the tapes. The magistrates found no wrongdoings. They used the illegally recorded tapes and they sent them over to their propaganda outlets, the Correo della Inter. I call them Gazzetta della Inter because these are Inter Milan tabloids. They got together to get the whole country. The Juventus were the easy target because everyone was jealous of Juventus. It's Juventus that bought the refs at Inter Milan, and these are the tapes that prove it. But the omitted tapes were the ones from Inter buying refs themselves in Fiorentina and Milan. Every top club was punished and docked points except for Inter Milan. The commissioner who set up the trial was an Inter shareholder. Without Calciopoli, Serie A is the top club in the world, still competing with the Premier League. Maybe not the top club, but competing 1-1 up against the Premier League. You have Inter Milan to thank for that, folks. It is Inter Milan that are to blame for using Calciopoli to set up a monopoly of Serie A where players who are not able to buy players in the transfer market when they're docked points, when the Juventus was the top target they were going up against. Wow, Juventus need the refs. They need the refs. But they won the league with over 10 points in 2005, 2006. Let's Google the exact amount, shall we? It's not like Juventus needed the refs to win 2005, 2006. People argue that wasn't an amazing team. They went up against Thierry Henry and Arsenal. They made it to the Champions League final that year. I mean, wow. Just wow. The table doesn't show Juventus real points here, but 91 points, you get me. This was 15 points. They didn't need to buy the refs to win the league that year. Juventus was simply the best. They were the target for the rest of the league. Inter Milan needed to use the courts to beat Juventus. Inter wanted to give Juventus the biggest knockout punch ever, that they stay on Serie B, they're mid-table the rest of their lives. Well, Juventus came back stronger than ever, and Inter Milan will still be shit. Radu! Make fun of Buffon, the same exact thing happens the next thing, a bunch of buffoons.